What's up guys, it's me Creeperface, and today's video is going to be a full guide on all the new 1.21 features Mojang is adding to Minecraft. This will cover from trial chambers all the way to wolves and armadillos. The full update. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be showing off in today's video is all the brand new copper variants, starting with the copper grate. This is a very cool copper variant because it's kind of like a window. It has like the cracks, you can see through them. And overall, just a great block, for decoration. Next, we have chiseled copper, and it kind of looks like one of those like bank vault doors you see. And it looks really good because it looks like you can just like turn the handle on it and it'll like spin. And it just has a really good texture, it looks pretty cool. And this is the copper bulb, and its main use is to power it with redstone to make it light up. Kind of like a redstone lamp, but it's the copper version of it. Then we have copper doors. Pretty self-explanatory. They're doors made of copper. Don't need redstone to power them. They're just doors that look pretty cool. Same for the copper trapdoors. Pretty self-explanatory. They work the exact same as regular trapdoors, and nothing too special about them. And they also have that, X texture in the middle of them, pretty similar to the chiseled copper. Not only did Mojang add variants for copper, but they also added variants for tuff. Because before, tuff was just the tuff block. And now we have chiseled tuff, tuff stairs, tuff slabs, polished tuff blocks, walls, stairs, and slabs, and tuff brick, wall, stair, and slabs. And just chiseled tough bricks. Now you're probably wondering, why did Mojang add all these brand new blocks? Well, a Minecraft update isn't a Minecraft update without a brand new structure. Mojang has added the trial chambers, and these places are pretty unique and look very good. You have the fountain in the center, the center room area, a lot of really unique rooms, good foundation. And the goal of coming to the trial chambers is, of course, the loot. And this has a really unique way of collecting the loot, because instead of picking it out of chests, you have to defeat these things called trial spawners. And basically, once you go near it, it will start to spawn a bunch of mobs. And once you kill the mobs, it gives you a trial key. And then you go to a different trial spawner, and you unlock it with the key, and a bunch of loot starts spewing out from the top. I might have a couple things off about that, but it's something like that. And then another way to get loot from the trial chambers is to punch these pots on your left and right. As you can see, they'll give a bunch of gold, iron. I know there's a huge loot table of gold, emerald, arrows. They can also give iron, and I think even diamonds. So these are definitely worth breaking, because you could get a lot of good loot from these. And you're probably wondering, what is a consistent way to find the trial chambers? Well, just like you can do for Ocean Monuments, you can buy an explorer map from the cartographer villager. And the trial chambers map is on level 3, which is the journeyman. And you just simply purchase it, and the box-looking icon with a gray outline and then a copper inside is where the trial chamber is. Then you simply go to that location, just like you would an Ocean Monument or a Woodland Mansion, and you should find it. And there are actually some brand new mobs you can find in the trial chambers, starting with the Breeze. And this mob, when it detects a player, will shoot these new items called wind charges that you can actually get by killing them. Because they're kind of like blazes. And if you kill it, it drops these new items called breeze rods, kind of like blaze rods, but for the breeze. And when you craft these, they make 4 wind charges per breeze rod. And you can shoot these things kind of like how a breeze does. When you shoot it, it sends out a blast of air that you can use to jump higher than you usually could. And you can shoot it back at mobs to do damage, or knock them up in the air. And that's sort of how the breeze will attack you, by throwing these explosive wind balls. And when you kill it without looting 3, it drops about 2 of these breeze rods. But if you kill it with looting 3, it will drop about 5. So I'm pretty sure without looting, it's somewhere between 1 and 3, and with looting, it's somewhere between 5 and 8. The next brand new mob added to the trial chambers is the Bogged, and it is a brand new variant of the skeleton. Kind of like how the Stray is the snowy variant of the skeleton, this is like the swampy variant of the skeleton, because it actually spawns in swamps, and in those trial chambers I showed earlier. And it has a pretty unique design with like the mushrooms on the back of his head, and it looks kind of like a swamp monster, but in like a skeleton form. Next, we have the Armadillo, and this mob was actually voted in by the community in the 2023 mob vote at Minecraft Live. And along with this mob, we got a huge wolf update that I'll describe in a minute. And one of the main uses of this mob is to collect a new item called Armadillo Scoot, which you can use to craft the brand new wolf armor. But in order to get this Armadillo Scoot, you use a brush to hold right click and brush the armadillo. But notice it causes the durability to go down really fast. Meaning with one unenchanted brush, you only get about 4 before it breaks, giving you more of a reason to enchant it with Unbreaking 3. But once you obtain 6 of these Armadillo Scoots, you can craft the brand new wolf armor. And once crafted, as said in the name, you can put this on wolves. And another major part of the wolf update is that Mojang added 9 new variants of the wolf, starting with the classic default pale wolf that can be found in taiga biomes, the rusty wolf being able to be found in jungle biomes, the black wolf being found in old growth pine taigas, the striped wolf being found in the wooded badlands biome, the snowy wolf being found in grove biomes, snowy slopes, or any mountaintop biomes, the ashen wolf being found in snowy taigas, the woods wolf being found in, as said in the name, woods, or forest biome. Then we have the spotted wolf, which is now found in mesa or badlands biomes. And lastly, we have the chestnut wolf, which is found in old-growth spruce taigas. And all these different wolves have the purpose of making the player's wolf feel more unique, in a way that you might have one variant of the wolf, and your friends might have a different variant. So, your wolf can be a lot more unique with the combination of the wolf armor, especially because it's dyeable, which I'll show off in a minute, and there are plenty of new variants. And as I said before, this wolf armor is very OP, because if I put it on my wolf, I am gonna crit him out with a sharpness 5 netherite sword. 5 crits, and he hasn't even taken any damage because the armor was able to tank it all. And now he's scared of me because I hit him 5 times. And the other insane part about this new wolf armor is that wolves can now tank an end crystal at point blank with no potion effects. Just watch this. No potion effects. While it does break the armor instantly, the wolf is completely fine at full health. Not even a player with a god apple can do that. And then if you thought all of that wasn't enough, Mojang also added a new weapon for the first time in 5 years. And if you take the heavy core, which is the rarest item you can get from the trial vaults I showed earlier, at a 2% chance, and you combine it with the breeze rod I showed earlier from killing the breeze, you can craft Minecraft's brand new overpowered weapon, the mace. And you're probably wondering, how is the mace so overpowered? Well, it has the same attack damage as a regular diamond sword, which doesn't seem that good. But notice, whenever I hit a mob with the mace regularly, it doesn't do as much damage. In fact, it does the exact same damage as a diamond sword. But when I go up this ladder and jump on top of the mob and kill it, it one-shots it, and I don't take any fall damage. Yes, the mace's damage is multiplied by how high you fall onto your target. And if you successfully land a hit, not only do you do all that damage to the target, but you don't take any fall damage. So it's kind of like a risk-reward system. And on top of that, the mace has 9 new enchantments that can be applied to it. Starting with the basics, like Unbreaking and Mending, that can be applied to any item in the game. Curse of Vanishing, if you want it for some reason. Smite, Fire Aspect, and Bane of Arthropods. Now, Sharpness is notably missing, and that's because the mace has 3 brand new enchantments, starting with the Density enchantment, which is kind of in place for Sharpness, because it increases the amount of damage the mace does per amount of blocks you fall. So you have to fall a less amount of blocks in order to do more damage with the Density 5 enchantment. And the second new enchantment, called Breach, going up to level 4, helps the mace counter your opponent's armor. For example, if your opponent is wearing armor, the mace will do more damage with Breach 4 than without it. And lastly, we have Windburst, going up to level 3. When a mob is killed with this enchantment, it creates a burst of wind below you, which can be really useful for combos. And on top of that, Mojang has also added 4 brand new potions, starting with the Potion of Infestation. When a mob is killed with this potion effect, it has a chance to spawn silverfish upon death. Next, we have the Potion of Weaving. When a mob is killed with this potion effect, they have a chance to spawn cobwebs if there are available blocks, such as there, finally creating a renewable source for cobwebs. Next, we have the Potion of Oozing. When a mob is killed with this potion effect, it spawns 2 slimes. When a mob is killed with this potion effect, it spawns between 2 and 4 slimes. And lastly, we have the Potion of Wind Charging. And as said in the name, when a mob is killed with this potion effect, it shoots a wind charge at the player, or the target that killed it. And on top of that, Mojang has also reworked the entire Bad Omen system. Now for the most part, it works the same. When you kill a Pillager Captain, you get Bad Omen. But not in the format you were expecting. Because notice, I don't have any effects. But he dropped this new thing called the Ominous Bottle. And this is essentially a potion that can have anywhere from level 1 to level 5 Bad Omen. Meaning in order to get the Bad Omen effect, instead of just killing the Pillager Captain and automatically getting it, you have to manually drink the bottle. And while this allows you to start raids whenever you want instead of starting them accidentally, it also practically ruins raid farms, especially stacking ones. Another feature Mojang has added to this update is they have completely removed the old dirt background, and instead replaced it with this new blur background, instead of the old dirt one that looked kind of out of place. And what this means for going back through the exit portal after killing the Ender Dragon. Once going through, instead of being met with the old dirt background, you will now be met with this brand new background that looks like the inside of an end portal, which gives that really cool endgame feeling, and it's like you're looking off into the stars, which is a really cool effect added by Mojang. And another cool redstone item Mojang has added to Minecraft is the brand new Auto Crafter, or Crafter. How this thing works is it crafts certain items using redstone, and you can even disable the slots if you wanted to craft certain items, such as a sword or pickaxe. In this case, I want to use these gold ingots to craft a gold block. And I would do that by putting the gold ingots in the chest and having them funnel into the Auto Crafter. Once they're in there, in order to craft the block of gold, I just flick the lever, and it comes flying out of the front. And another thing Mojang has added in this update is 2 brand new armor trims, starting with the Bolt armor trim, crafted with 7 diamonds, the armor trim itself, and a block of copper. And then we have the Flow armor trim. And then we have some brand new banner patterns, starting with the Flow banner pattern, that kind of looks like a spiral shape, and the Guster banner pattern, that resembles a breeze. And lastly, Mojang has also added plenty of brand new advancements to this update, starting with the advancement, Crafting Crafters with Crafters. As said in the name, you have to use an auto crafter to craft another auto crafter. By putting the materials in the chest and flicking the lever, we can craft the crafter with the crafter and get the advancement. Another advancement added in this update is called blowback, where you have to kill a breeze by hitting back one of its own wind charges, kind of like what you do with a gas. But the wind charge has to be the final shot. Like, notice right now, if I hit it back, it just does some damage, but I don't get it. But if the breeze is at very low health, you can get the advancement. Next, we have Who Needs Rockets, where you need to launch yourself over 8 blocks in the air with wind charges. And as you can see, it's pretty challenging. But once you get the hang of how to use these things, which I clearly don't, you can get the advancement. And then we have Minecraft Trials Edition, which is to step foot into a trial chamber, under lock and key, unlock one of those trial vaults I showed earlier with the trial key. And lastly, they did stuff like add to other advancements, such as 2x2, you now have to breed armadillos, and maybe a few others you'll have to look at yourself. Well, that is all for the update, and in my opinion, it was a pretty solid update, and one of the best updates Minecraft's had in a few years, considering Mojang finally got Caves and Cliffs Part 45 out, and we can move on to bigger and better things. My prediction for 1.22 is an end update, because we have been waiting for so long. Please, Mojang, give us an end update. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another upload. I upload daily shorts. Go check them out. Goodbye.